Outer Orange.
1, 2, 3. I have cards here, all from 50 cards, using the Azim's art today. Looks so beautiful. I love it so much. Today this is basically a bunch of set 7 stuff, and I want to open it together with you today. I actually have a whole box of stuff that 50 cards sent me, but I'm actually gonna be opening that on stream because that'll be way more fun to do it that way. In the box were these, and I decided, you know what, I'll make a separate video about these because I thought it would be a really great day to just vibe and chill with y'all and just open up some awesome products. Let's go ahead and get to it. I basically ordered like everything because the set has just so much to offer. But I got Bunny-chan for Haven because she's just got the argument. This card's absolutely disgusting if you're playing Haven. This is like a staple in your deck. Meowslickers, I feel, is a trap right now. This card's good, but just not as good as it reads. I got the core, again, just more additional stuff for knocking the deck good. We got Called That Lack. This card's insane. This is a vampire card. Highly recommend for you guys out there, if you're into vampire decks, to start picking this up. I actually might build the vampire deck out already since I'm kind of moving away from Sanguine. This guy's actually good. He's just very costly. He's a 7 to basically nuke 2 dudes on the board for his evolve. But this Assailed Bane guy is really good if you're into that. But this card's absolutely disgusting. And by the way, now that I know all these cards do, I have a lot more to say about these cards. But the card's absolutely cracked. It searches for anything, and also on death heals you for some freaking reason. Nicola is also an insane card. Another really good revival unit for the EX cost. It's free. It also mills you cards, so if you're going for Necrocharge, it's really good card. Also can be played in other decks too. It's played in the mono deck as well. But the Ghost Rider, this one's just like a ghost card. I don't know if this will become relevant with ghost decks in the future, but it's pretty decent. Got the Bone Drone for Mona. We got the Forbidden Art for Nicola. We got this card is absolutely insane. Actually, this is Hellblaze Demon, and not a lot of decks run this card, but actually this is really going to control this. You basically just card take the top card of your deck and put the EX zone. Its power gets +1/+1. It's really good because you discard cards like Izzerfill to like basically amplify your Necrocharge for to 10, and then you can later on just, you know, revive with the Demon's Death's Breath, and it's just really good. This card's insane. This card's also really good. This is the Dual Blame. This is also really good in Abyss Control or basically any of this deck right now. It mills you a card and on evolve kills something. Got the Mono. This is the Storm card along with its regular form card that makes your board just insane in a mid to late game, and there's just a very the board just gets annoying. You have to like nuke it instantly. With the core, this core is okay, and you got the Alpha Drive that works with Mono as well. So that's basically that side. Forest Hermit. This guy's run in basically most forest decks just to get the tree out. He's just very easy. This, you want to loop this guy as much as you can, basically just to keep healing. And it's a once return thing, but still you can kind of keep reviving the healing. This card's absolutely nuts in Fable and will probably be like a staple and like further down the line. I think this card gets even better. Right now it's really good, so if you're really into the Fable deck, I highly recommend picking this up. Got the Divine Smithing. I don't know if this card's really played, but it's like a pixie card, so I'm not too familiar with that. Got more of that going for that healing tree aspect. This is meant for pixies and fairies and stuff like that. It's mostly where this is played, but you can also just play it regular too as well. It gets you fairies and trees onto the board. Sudden Packing, insanely good card with good AoE damage. That is also very good. Then we have his regular form. And then we got the Primal Giant. This card's disgusting. We got the Cynthia. Cynthia is really good if you're planning on playing pixies or fairies or any of that form with the Amataz. This card is absolutely disgusting. I don't think I pulled this card when I was doing the box opening for Bouchard and Side Games. It's just such an aggressive card. Disgusting. And then here's Latica. This is her Evolve form. This is part of the Natura deck as well. Again, this card's really good too. She has Storm. Gets you play points back. She just really amplifies well. And here's her regular form as well. This card is pretty nasty, I will say. I don't think this is like an insane deck, but I do think this is a deck to fear. We got some Sword, Elegance in Action. We got the Tempered Aether to get a tree out. Princess Strike for the Princess Girl. We got this guy. I don't think Commanders really played me here. The Commanders. That's the commander right there. Got the Tsubaki. She's really good. Not really a staple, but like a 1 to 2 of in most decks. We got the Lipine. This is with the tree. This card's insane. You just rest the tree to get the Storm. Like, I don't know why this is printed as easily as it is, but it is. And then we have the Vassal with the Champion Dead Eye, and then we have our last stack here. Bane card. I do vaguely remember her. This is her Evolve, so basically she deals 2, and then if there's at least 2 Assassin Balls in your cemetery, destroy it. So you get to kill something. It's not too bad. It's a 2 Evolve for 1 fact if you're like building an assassin build. But the King's Might also just really good with the Pelion. Leod, if you don't already know, this card's absolutely insane. It has Intimidate. It kills stuff on the board. It's just, this card's insane. It deals damage to enemy followers. It's just a really good card. You definitely be probably picking this up. This card's also insane. When I finally read this, I was like, it's card's nuts. I saw this in action. Like this card can be very aggressive, very fast. It gets power, storm, it can heal. If you have a Princess Strike, you can play it for free. This card's just so fast. Be very weary on the lookout. This card can randomly put lethal on the board. Doubleon is just really good for the tree cycling it does and banishing in, giving Tour Falls and you feel +2 and doing all this kind of stuff. So it's a really good card. That's the Evolve form, and then the regular form you get a tree as well. It also has Ward on him. I don't think it ever comes up, but it does. Dark Bishop's insane. This is for Haven. This card's nuts. This is like a top 5, and you can summon a Fable Flower that costs 5 or less, or an Amulet that costs 5 or less. So you can basically summon Tea Time and then use Tea Time's effect to then summon something else. So this kind of like randomly stack out of nowhere. He's a little costly. He is a 4/3. He's a 4 that's a 3 that evolves 1. So he's basically a 5 mana play. But man, he can, for 5 mana play, he can randomly get 2 more dudes on the board. So this is very Hyrule-esque, but hey, you know, sometimes you just need that. Here's the Marlon. This is run in the Notor Haven deck, also just a really good card. So it's the field annoyance. The other thing I like about it is it gives a repair mode to your opponent, which can sometimes be annoying because it could clear their EX zone, but it's not like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Father's insane. Draws a bunch. He gets repair modes onto the field. You can recover 2 play points. You can play more cards. This card's really good. You can also keep the mana open to then, you know, do stuff with that as well. Now Lapis, she also can randomly stack a bunch of prayers, and she also heals, and she draws for every prayer you remove, and she's just really good. I talked about Limonia before. She destroys everything on your opponent's side, basically, aside from like amulets. She destroys followers, and very aggressive. You can also, for 0, select the Machina Flower that costs 2 or less in your cemetery and summon it. So once per turn, you can just randomly summon a dude as well. Pretty nuts. Here's her regular form. Basically kind of the same. She gets you a repair mode, and you can banish a repair mode, and the EX zone is cost 1 less, and that includes her own, so you can just keep doing it over and over again. Meowskers, as I talked about a little bit, kind of a little bit of a card in my opinion, but he's there. Got the Iron Knuckle Nun. This card's pretty good. I'm not the biggest fan of her, but she also is just like a 2/3 to have on the board. She has Ward as well, so she's kind of annoying. And she puts a repair mode on Def and on Play, so that's also really good. And then we have Marcoretz. This card's nuts because she searches for anything in your deck. This is Robo Falcon. He is also really good. And I realize I don't have Evolve with him. Oh no. Hopefully I'll be able to find this. Part two. I accidentally missed the neutral set. We got the Carrot. Carrot is probably the least played of this lot, but hey, he's really good. He gets to banish trees and gets to sort of copy of himself. We got the Aldous. He just lets you heal. Just basically another ward card. We got the Techno Lord, absolutely bonkers ass card, and I did get a couple copies extra just to kind of be able to build my decks. I actually haven't been checking the prices, but I've been hearing that the prices for this card have been absolutely insane. If you guys don't know Techno Lord, he is just a very good card for Machina decks right now. So yeah, very good guy. We got the Magna. Magna's absolutely insane. She just makes it so you get punished for keeping stuff stood, so she can rush and sail and Banens and stuff. And her Evolve is about just as cracked because it also gives your leader health. And then we have the Maisha package. This is the spell, but there's actually the actual card itself that's also really good. Got the Machina Wing, pretty popularly used card this set. I don't think this card's that crazy, but it is really good because you get to rest it and do stuff with it. It has Ward, but it also gets you the repair mode and the assembly droid, but you do need to at least have 5 Machina cards in your cemetery for him, so early on if you draw him, you can feel bad. Robo Goblin gets you your stuff going, like all your, again, it gets more of your repair modes going, so he's really good. I got extra copies of him. Got the Searcher. This is the Desert Pathfinder. It's pretty common just to be able to find your pieces. Got the Maisha herself. This is the card that lets you can finish off games sometimes. She is pretty costly though, so be careful. Machina Gun Wielder. This is just the 1-drops that are used between all the decks, just to be able to stabilize early on to get all your pieces. I got a bunch of these since they're just commons. Same with the Colorful Cook as well. Another card that just lets you basically I got so many of these, but it's used in a lot of random decks. But this lets you get trees and lets you heal, lets you discard draw. Just really good card for any nature decks is really good, but also this is played in Abyss Control. And then we got the Robo Falcon, which ended up here on accident. This is where the Evolve went, now I know. And then we got the Fertile Ether. This is just used for nature decks. We got the Mad Hatter, a really, really good card actually for the Fable deck. You'll definitely want this, as this lets you basically search for another Fable card. You have to have another Fable card in the field already, but if you have a Fable card in the field, you get to search your deck for a Fable Follower and put in the EX zone, and then you may shuffle your deck and you can put a Fable counter on it. So this card's absolutely nuts. And then this is the Evolve for the Hunter. You can select each card in the cemetery, add it back to your hand, so you get to recover your trees over and over again. And that's basically the neutrals, neutral side with the touch of Haven and Forest. Overall, I think this set's really, really, really fun. I highly recommend it. I don't make these videos just because, like, I make these videos because I actually generally think this set's really fun and the game's really fun, so I highly recommend this one. I think this is probably the most balanced set we've gone so far. There's being able to perform without being completely high rolled by other decks. It's a little bit less high rolly which I'm a really big fan of. This is my least favorite part about last format. Last format felt extremely high roll. It didn't really feel like a good format to play, and I feel like if you're competing in it, it wasn't too fun. You kind of had to get a little lucky with bracket and everything. It was a pretty stressful format. It just overall wasn't the best format out there. I definitely think it could have been better. But 6 was fine. 6 was fine. 6.5 was not as fun, and that's so sad to say because I actually really liked the collabs, like the actual collabs that got brought in. I just don't like what they did to the meta, especially one in particular. Kind of made it a little more frustrating in my opinion. But it happens. It's part of the game. You know, things are gonna get randomly strong, and it just happens to be that there was like a high roll strong along with no DK that kind of in the same atmosphere. But I'm gonna leave it there. I'll get into the video. Again, 50 cards at shop. Code Orange if you need anything from cards, because there's a bunch of deals going on, and then also the Shadowverse and Vanguard, Yu-Gi-Oh, Vice, and other card games as well. So you guys can check out that. Doesn't have to be necessarily for just this card game. You can also just save yourself some money with something else, and you can still use my code Orange for that. Other than that, guys, peace out. That's for that. I'll see you guys in a future video. Bye.